Welcome to Okon Bros. This is Eric.
I'm Michael, and if you want to learn the secrets of the universe, the law of attraction, mysticism, brohood, gambling, movies, music, country music, pop culture, archangels, magic, good food business, health, family, and mediumship, smash that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, press that noti icon, and spread this video around like country jam on Cracker Barrel waffles or something like that.
So today we have on singer-songwriter and producer Eric Lee. You can search Eric Lee and the song Same Dirt Road on Spotify and Apple Music. Eric, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Not every day we get to interview a fellow Eric.
Yeah. Or a country pop star, mind you. Right? Like,
hey, it's on the way, hopefully. I'm still working on building that.
So my first question is, how did you get into country? Why country music? And let's start there.
Yeah, so some of my earliest memories actually with my dad's mother, that grandmother, she used to have Dolly Parton cassette tapes and the Judds in the car. And so that was my first introduction into country music. And eventually my uncle introduced me to Eagles, which, we all know their earliest start was country music. And, going on from there, I had cousins and some friends introduced me to Dwight Yoakam. And he's actually one of my favorites. And so, I've always been an eclectic guy, I love all types of music, but I love country music because, especially at this point in my life, I can just authentically talk about where I'm at in my life. And country music allows me to do that.
What does it take to write a country music song? The joke is, right? The joke with country music is if you want to know, your horse died, your wife left you, and the house burned down, you listen to country. What is it about writing country music? Is it difficult?
Well, it's all about, writing any song, you have to be inspired to do it. You have to feel inspired. And, there's so much great country music. And I feel like country really showcases the songwriting craft. Mm-hmm. And you get to really talk about core values, which is really a privilege to do in country music, because you get to talk about just family values and the experience of that and life. And that's what personally I really enjoy about country music and, enjoy about the songs that I'm writing.
Mm-hmm. So, you play guitar, right? You play guitar?
I do. Yeah.
Really?
Are you like a musician all around? Is it like drums, guitar, and everything like that?
I wish. I'm a pretty terrible drummer, but I can, so I've been producing a very, very long time. So, a lot of people are like, who's this guy? He came out of nowhere. But I've been doing my own thing for many, many years. And, as a producer, working with a lot of different artists and, in a lot of different genres. And so, I get around. I can play instruments good enough to record, and then I fix it myself.
Yeah, I've been a drummer. I've been a drummer since I was 8 years old. Hold on one second. You can see here.
Oh, yeah.
You can see my Zildjian symbol over there. I have an antique drum. It's hard to do the thing, but I have an antique drum there, and I have my bongos over there. But no, I've been a drummer. Michael's a drummer too. I had a band in high school.
Nice.
We were called Two-Headed Chang.
Oh my god!
Think like Limp Bizkit, 311, like that type of thing. It was honestly, I will go to sleep at night thinking about the times playing with my band, and of actually getting up on stage, and fantasizing about that lifestyle. Is that lifestyle, is getting up on stage the most amazing thing in the world? What was the biggest crowd you've ever been in front of? What's that like?
So it's funny, that I haven't played a single show with this project at all. I've been in several, I've done a few, I've done live streams mainly because, the time
of what's going on. Right?
Yeah. But it's been really, there's been a lot of pros and cons to doing it this way because, you get to really hone your craft and practice. And I can't wait because I've got so many musician friends. And I'm already getting show offers. There's this one amphitheater opening up in Kentucky, and they've invited me to come play this summer.
Cool.
So if willing that can happen, that'd be a lot of fun. And I've played some shows in some rock bands I've played in the past, and we've played some, to some pretty awesome crowds. Nothing too big, to brag about, but it really is one of the best feelings. It's why I do what I do, because it's such a rush. Connecting and communicating with people through music, there's just nothing like it. You know what I mean? There's nothing like it. But those bands, Limp Bizkit and 311, man, what a time! I remember that very, very well, and just those
2000,
Eric and I are somewhat
2002.
We still have like
our
foot stuck in that era. Like, it's not, my kids are like, "Who the hell's Limp Bizkit?" I'm like, "Oh, you don't know good music." Like,
I follow him on Instagram, actually. Fred Durst. They still play to seas of people. Internationally, man. I mean, they're still, pretty successful, but I think I love it all, man. They were so awesome. That one album too. I mean, so
$3 bill, y'all.
Iconic. Yeah.
So the idea that we're Eric and I are huge music buffs. Like, we can talk about all different types of music. We still kind of like get this nostalgic feeling of, me, it's the late 90s, right? Like, it's 311, and I've now reinvented my musical taste to like newer stuff like Clutch and the Melvins and Big Business. But like, you reinvent yourself. Does that keep you going about reinventing yourself to take on this country persona and everything? Is that the secret to your success?
Well, I haven't done, as far as playing in a band, it must have been like 6 years since I've played in a band. So this, I'm going to be 35 this year. So this is no persona. This is I mean, I'm getting married, this summer. So this is generally, these songs are very, very authentically who I am. And so it's just now I'm just in this place of my life where I've got the itch to want to make my own music again. And I love producing for other people, but I think that most people are way more eclectic than they give themselves credit for. Mm-hmm. If you asked every country music, artist out there, I'm willing to bet just about every single one of them, if they listen to, musics of other genre, whether it be rap or rock, of course they do, and look at, Garth Brooks, when he released that side project of his too, it's like people have that within themselves to, want to express different sides of them, you know what I mean? And at different points of their life, that can be a very organic thing, I think. But this is very real though for me, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah, Lil Nas and what he did with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh yeah,
Old Town Road, and he just came out with a new song that is completely addicting, and I hear it all day in my house because of TikTok.
Devil Shoes, right? The Devil Sneakers or something?
Yeah, it's a different
song.
Good. It's a different song, but it's so good. Yeah. My question is, are you on TikTok with your country music?
I am.
You are, and how's that going for you on there? Because like it's like a musician's dream on there, I think, right? It's like the new MTV.
It is, so I've made a few videos. It's not something I'm actively on as much as Instagram and Facebook. Right. I feel like I'm really connecting to and finding my audience on Facebook, actually, because country music is very, very popular on Facebook right now. And so it's easy to find, the supporters, and it's been great. And Instagram has been really great as well. But TikTok, though, TikTok's a lot of fun. As soon as I wrap this album, I'll start using that like creative energy to, put it into a TikTok video, because you got to be creative with these videos. And right now, like as soon as our interview is done, this entire week I'm using up to finish up my upcoming album. So I've got 12 songs, and right now 3 of those songs are released, and I've got a few of them done. I've got to send them out to Vance Powell, actually in Nashville. If you guys don't know who Vance Powell is, to those watching, he's one of my favorite mixing engineers in the world. He does Chris Stapleton's recordings and Jack White's recordings. And when he responded to my message, it was a dream come true. But I'm jumping around. But yeah,
hold on, Eric.
Hold on a second. When you say that you,
I have a million questions.
When you say that you reached out to him, was that just a DM? That you reached out to him?
I don't want to put him on the spot, because I don't know that he generally responds to everything, or he's a very, very busy and very, well accomplished guy. I mean, 6-time Grammy winner. It was such an honor to get to work with him. Such the nicest guy, so generous with advice. We connected, not only through the music, but also as an engineer myself. I don't think he gets that experience a lot. I think he's used to working with singer-songwriters and artists. I'm sure he works with his fair share of artists who are also producers, but it was so cool to be able to work with him on that front as well.
So how does that work? Do you record and then you send him all the files independently and then he mixes it all together?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, wow. I send him a session. Yeah. Yeah, he uses Pro Tools as well, so it's really, really easy. And he mixes pretty much all analog, and he gives this timeless sound that, I mean, everybody loves. I especially love, and he gave me the mix that I was hoping for, and then some.
So, are you with a label?
No, I'm doing this completely
on my own. Self-publishing, right? Okay, you're self-publishing this in the author world. Self-producing,
funding this on my own as well. But that's where self-recording comes in. I save my money there. But because of my work as a producer over the years, and also I landed a lot of different syncs in music. So I've licensed my music. I've created a lot of music with different artists, and I've got a partner. One of my best friends, Frank, me and him have worked together for like 5 or 6 years, and we've created a lot of music for licensing purposes. So we've landed a lot of TV commercials and movie trailers, and most notably, we landed a Winter Olympics and Super Bowl advertisement in 2018, and so that's given me, the freedom to pursue this now.
That's incredible. And your ultimate goal, obviously, is to get signed to a label. Is that what the end game is for you?
Well, if it's the right situation, I think, that would be amazing. I'd love to, listen, who wouldn't want to jumpstart things and get in the fast lane? But, this is already off to a great start. I think that Spotify especially has been such a huge support.
Right.
And John Marks and the rest of the editorial team, they've kept Same Dirt Road on all the Spotify country music editorial playlists for 4 or 5 months now since it's released. So, which is a blessing, man. So,
how many downloads did you get?
Right now, we're about to cross 2 million streams on Spotify alone. I think we're 2.5 million streams on all platforms. The music video is doing very well too. We got 250,000 streams right now. So we just put that out a few weeks ago, and so it's a lot of fun. So if I'll stay independent as long as it makes sense, but the right team would be very much appreciated for sure, because I could use a little help.
And are you beholden to the algorithm?
What do you mean?
The way, like, when you release a song and you put it onto Spotify, you put it onto iTunes, how do you get found out? Is it by recommendations via Spotify and by Apple Music and stuff like that?
Yeah, so Spotify's got this great feature for all artists where you can pitch your song, your upcoming single, to the editors, and that's what I've done. For the last few songs, and it just turns out that people liked it, and they've added it to those editorial playlists. Which some of those editorial playlists can have 20, 50,000 or million or millions of followers, and so those are really. Those are so helpful with, a new artist like myself, getting his music out there. So it's been a dream come true. I can't thank Spotify enough, because those guys have had my back.
I got to tell you, it's amazing now. Eric and I grew up in the era of MTV, where you're either signed to a big label and you're corn, or you're nothing. You're playing bars on Long Island.
Sure.
My book career started out with me self-publishing on Amazon on this label called CreateSpace, which is kind of like Spotify, but for for the writing community, right? So I self-published all my books, and then I got picked up, and now I have a manager, and I have a film agent, and I got an entertainment attorney, and I have all these people representing me. Could you have done this, let's say 15 years ago, without Spotify? And trying to get to that, that end game of getting to that celebrity, that pinnacle in your career. Because I know as a writer, I couldn't have done that. right? I could have written a book or two and then send out to queries and everything and try and get published. But with Amazon, Spotify, TikTok, everything is so much easier now. I mean, it's still hard to get
easier,
to.
but it's still impossible.
Right.
Like, we're technically, like, while we're not musicians, we're trying to make an audience just like Eric is. Right. And that's the $64,000 question, is how do you build an audience?
Right.
Well, yeah. So first off, Michael, congratulations on that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
To answer that question, in my opinion, it's from what I know, the major labels, they used to control everything. And to an extent, they still do. But, the platforms are like Spotify and Apple Music are some of the gatekeepers. And there's various, I mean, listen, all these platforms, whether it be, for me, it's, CMT or, Spotify, and so on and so forth. Those are, gatekeepers. And if they hear your song and they like it and they want to feature it, then great. That's a very, very huge help. But back in the day, it definitely was a whole lot harder because you'd more than likely have to be discovered by an A&R and get signed to a record deal, and they put a lot of money into the advertising, which is really the biggest expense when trying to get discovered. Is really advertising is what you have to have a budget for.
Right.
But nowadays, it's so saturated for sure. But I also feel like it's all about the song. If you've got a great song, people, if enough people hear it, they'll share it and spread it around, or you'll get one of the gatekeepers, like Spotify, like it worked for me, to have your back and put it out there and support it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Do you feel that, do you have like we're very big into the law of attraction on our show. Do you believe in writing down your goals and then implementing it? And like, do you read self-help books, or you just feel like you're putting in the work, you're doing it? Is there a spiritual side to what you're doing?
I actually, before I go to bed too, cause my cousin, she recommended this, just sort of, imagining where you want to be at the end of the year. And for me,
was this Kaylee? Was this Kaylee?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Of course.
And so, of course. And I really believe in it, and it puts you in the best mood to go to bed too.
It's programmed.
Especially if you wake up with that thought too, you start your day off the right way. And so I just imagine myself at the Country Music Awards or the CMT Awards, and
love it.
And those are some of my goals, which it's pretty ambitious, but you never know. And
there's no reason.
It's programming your subconscious mind. Kaylee has it, she nailed it. It works.
Yeah.
So I saw that you had a guitar. Could you play us a tune?
Yes, I can.
You don't get nervous? This
is like us. It was like me eating breakfast. I had a chicken wrap for breakfast. It's like,
what are you going to play, Eric? What's the song? And tell us how you came up with the idea of this song.
For sure. Here, let me just tune this real quick. Because every time I move this capo around, it gets wonky.
How long have you been playing guitar?
Well, my dad, he gave me my first guitar when I was about 12 years old.
Wow.
And so a long time. It's my first instrument, and I love playing, love to play. But this first song is the single, Same Dirt Road. And the chorus just came to me out of the blue one day. And I had a writing session on Zoom with my friend Frank I was telling you about. And
awesome.
We were going to work on something else, but I sang him the chorus, and he stopped me after and said, no, screw whatever we were going to work on today, and let's work on that song, instead. And so we were having a few beers, and we liked the idea of writing a simple drinking song that hopefully brought people together. And so, and then Spotify added it to all those playlists, and it's been a dream come true. So here's that song. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely. Go for it, please.
Cool. We're in the same small town, bored out our brains, with the same cold lovers and a heart on a string, driving every day in his beat up truck on the same dirt road where we all grow up. If you're riding through the country or downtown, crack of dawn on a subway. If you're working on a Sunday or sipping on some Tanqueray, raise it up, I might not have been down your street. We might do things differently. We're in the same small town, bored out our brains with the same cold lovers and a heart on a string, driving every day in his beat up truck on the same dirt road where we all grow up. Everyone thinks their ways are better, but sometimes we gotta drink together. We stand tall when we all show love on the same dirt road where we all grow up. Oh, the same dirt road where we all grow up. On the same dirt road where we all grow up. If you're blowing in a desert wind, or your grandma thinks you're living in sin, I know it. And if you're living through a bad phase, well, we all make mistakes every day. I might not have been down your street, we might do things differently. She does this and they like that, but who cares? Oh, yeah. Cause we're in the same small town, born at our graves with the same cold lovers and a heart on the street, driving every day in this beat up truck on the same dirt road that we all grow up. So leave your woes in the rearview mirror, raise a glass, have a drink together. Stand tall when we all show love on the same dirt road where we all grow up. Oh, the same dirt road where we all grow up. On the same dirt road where we all grow up. It's the same town, we're all in the same town. On the same dirt road where we all grow up.
Bro, oh my God!
I just want to say now I know.
I got
why
the chills, man.
Hold on one second. Now I know why your wife grabbed you.
Oh my God!
Because let me tell you something.
Holy shit! I'm sweating here. My God, that was it was amazing.
Oh, Michael, that's so nice of you. Thank
Bro,
you.
Yeah,
but
no,
like you
that was
go to
awesome.
this place, like you, it's like you leave your body, dude. Like that's like an out of body experience for you. Like you're like, yeah, you know, I play guitar and everything. You're like, I'm like, you become a different person, dude. Your voice is it's magic with a K. It's unbelievable.
Wow. I mean, I'm going to be walking a whole lot taller for the rest of the day.
No, dude, you got it. You got it.
Honestly, I would do that. I don't know if you haven't, but I would sing that song every single day right in front of your camera on TikTok.
Bro,
every single day. Just do that in a different setting, at the beach, in the forest.
Yeah,
someone following you, someone walking, someone doing this. Listen, I had a post talking about my blind uncle, of what it's like to be blind. That got 2.6 million views.
Yeah,
I had another post where I was talking about the only thing that brings together a group of assholes is something that's none of their business. That got 1 million views, and that's just there's no talent involved with what I'm doing.
He's like this nebbish talking.
Yeah, no,
on like fucking TikTok. You have talent, bro.
Nah, it's very nice. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, that's TikTok though. You never know what's going to take off and what's going to trigger that algorithm.
You don't.
But yeah, the key for sure is the consistency. And yeah, you know, I will take your advice. I will do
every
that
every day in a different setting. Sing a portion of the song and say, if you want part 2.
Yeah.
Follow me. Like for part 2. I'm posting another version tomorrow.
I don't want to say like I don't mean this in a derogatory manner. Would you ever go on Idol? Or is that like so taboo and like you would never consider Idol? I don't know what musicians think of American Idol. If it's like kind of like a sellout.
No, I don't think it's a sellout at all. Me and my fiance, we watch it actually every week now, and I'm a huge fan of all the hosts or the judges. I think that it's a really great platform. Although I like to just, I'm a songwriter, and I've dealt with a little bit of anxiety my whole life, and I feel like to go on that show.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
For sure. And it's normal, and but I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to subject myself to that amount of scrutiny, on live television, especially when, I'm also a songwriter and I've got all these songs ready to go, and, it's already working out. So I feel like maybe who knows? Maybe I could be convinced one day, but I like the idea of keeping a little mystery as well. And I feel like those kinds of shows, you really see these people in such a vulnerable place. So some of your favorite, musicians, think about them. They seem like these larger than life type of characters because they hold on to a little bit of that mystery. So that's
Right.
my only, I think, apprehension, if I was to think of a reason not to do it. But
Right.
I do enjoy the show, and there's so many. We just watched last night,
Yeah,
and I can't
Sharon and I
remember.
watch it. Yeah.
Wow, the one guy that sung "Wind Beneath My Wings," and
Yeah,
then
dude. Yeah.
I got the chills, man. How incredible is he? I hope he wins. And then also the song that he duetted with Catherine McPhee after.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Joss Stone. My personal
Yeah.
favorite was Joss Stone. I've been a Joss Stone fan for
Oh,
20 years.
that was amazing.
It was amazing. It was the bluesy realm. I don't know what she did, but
how long did it take you to write that song, start to finish?
Same Dirt Road?
Yeah.
So I'll be honest about it. So because I really want to encourage people to really, anybody who's watching, I want everybody to kind of adopt this mindset that I have. So that song actually started out as like more of a bluesy rock kind of song.
really,
And I sang it for my brother, and he wasn't impressed. And then at first, and he did, but he wasn't. It's not that he wasn't impressed. He didn't react. And so
Right.
sometimes you play a song in front of people, and that's the best thing to do too. Is when you have new songs, just play them for people, and they don't have to say anything, but you can feel the energy. Your intuition will fire off, and you'll know what needs to be done without even a word needing to be said. So once that happened, I took the same lyrics because I love the idea of turning the usual lyric you'd hear in a country song, dirt road and beat up truck, and using those as a more of a metaphor, right?
Sure.
And so I knew there was something special about the idea, and so I tried a few different melody ideas. I'm like, what if I made it a pop country song? And then I started singing, we're in the same small town, boy, at our brains, and it just worked out. But I think anybody who's watching, and sometimes when you come up with an idea, I've heard a lot of people say they can't unhear their original idea, but you got to push through it because when you're really passionate about, there's never a shortage of melodies in a writing session, but to have something to say is, and you as a lyricist yourself, Michael, as an
100%,
author,
100%.
To have something to say, I think is much more rare in this world, especially in the music world. So if you have lyrics that are very personal to you and important to you, try to open your mind and sort of hone in on, other ideas you can execute with those lyrics.
Have you ever gotten vocal lessons, or was that just a natural ability for you?
I started singing because, when I was in South Florida and I was growing up there, that's where my music journey began too, was in South Florida. I started originally I just wanted to play guitar because, I'm not it's not that I'm not an outgoing guy, but I don't really care for like attention or the spotlight. I didn't have that like persona of a lead singer for the longest time. But I started singing for bands because, it was basically, there was nobody else to do it, so that's kind of how I fell into it. But, after a solid while of not being very good, I have worked with some great instructors, and I've learned, a lot from so many different instructors. And so, you can learn so much just by even learning cover songs and recording yourself of your favorite artists. And if you make some of your favorite songs and you learn it, it becomes part of your DNA.
Give us your top 5 musical inspirations, top 5 favorite bands of all time, top 5 musical inspirations
that inspired you to be Eric Lee,
right?
To be Eric Lee right now.
Okay, that's easy.
Whomever,
whomever, even back in the day, because I could talk about music for hours. The idea, tell us from the day one, like who has been your top 5 bands of all time that have gotten you to this point in your life?
Well, okay, let me think about this. First off, if I had to say, I'd say Eagles were a huge inspiration.
Amazing, absolutely.
I mean, what a great music catalog. I mean, who doesn't love the Eagles unless you're the dude Lebowski? We were just watching that the other night. It's such a funny
classic.
Yeah, but I'd say, I would say them. I'd say Dolly Parton is amazing. I love the heart she puts in the songwriting.
Freaked me out that was it? No, it was My Heart Will Go On by whatchamacallit. That was no, not that one.
You talking about?
She was in The Bodyguard song.
Yeah,
Whitney Houston, bro.
Whitney Houston.
Version of I Will Always Love You. Yeah.
I didn't know I Will Always Love You was a Dolly Parton song.
Yeah, and her version of I Will Always Love You is beautiful too, you know,
Yes.
and it's a whole different thing, but still, I mean, it's such a great recording. She's just an amazing artist. What a presence too, you know.
100%.
She's such an inspiration to me, and I'd have to say Chris Stapleton, you know, just a hero of mine. I mean, I'm such a fan, and Jack White, which massive Jack White.
The White Stripes just changed everything. They changed everything about music.
Yeah. I mean, I actually visited Third Man Records. Sorry, I'm moving a little slow this morning.
No, it's all good.
I was in the sun all day yesterday. I went to Third Man Records, when I was in Nashville last, and had to pick up one of his guitar pedals, the Bumblebuzz. Very, very cool fuzz pedal. I'm hoping to, after this record is done, to kind of implement some of those cool tones and kind of bridge rock and country music some more. But there's some pretty awesome rock country songs on this upcoming album that I'm very excited about. Jack White, another hero of mine. And also, I'm blanking right now. It's what's her name? Casey Musgraves. There we go.
I don't know Casey Musgraves.
I don't know why I blanked out on her name, but she is another one of my heroes, another one of my favorites. She actually won a Grammy for Album of the Year for Golden Hour, which is an amazing album.
Right.
Highly recommend everyone checking it out. Honestly, she's one of the artists that started getting me to see myself in the genre as well, and
she's a country star. She's a country.
Oh yeah, massive.
Really.
Yeah,
country music is like its own universe. So before we wrap up, what's your next year look like with your music? What's your game plan?
Game plan is to finish this album, hopefully in the next couple months. And, if the virus allows us to play some shows, that would be amazing. Hopefully people, I know people feel differently about the vaccine, personally, I've gotten it. I'm going to get my second shot soon. And, I just saw one of my favorite country singers, Eric Church. He was on the cover of a big magazine. I can't remember which one it was, but I think it was Rolling Stone. But he said, hey, we need to get Needles and Arms to bring shows back, and hey, listen, there's a lot of good to come from herd immunity. So I know people feel differently about it, and I respect how anybody feels, and I could, put something in your body, but
clear your schedule after the second shot. Clear your schedule for the next day.
Did you get your second shot?
No. Oh yeah. Oh, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
Clear. If your shot's on a Monday, cancel all of your appointments on Tuesday. Trust me.
Oh man,
it's worth it. Hey, Eric and I are completely vaxxed, and we're going out to restaurants again. It's really great. Nice. It's really we're going to the office now. We don't have to wear a mask because we're fully vaxxed.
It's amazing.
Wonderful. I just want to thank you. And before we congratulate you on this incredible career,
thank you.
I just want to mention that Eric is a cousin of mine. Eric is cousins with Sharon, who's my wife. And I've seen Eric kind of grow up in the last 15 years, 20 years. Sharon and I are going to be married 15 years, by the way, this year.
Right on.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And Eric's wife is she's wonderful. She's gorgeous. She's like a supermodel from this San Francisco, from Marin County area, right? Am I getting that right?
Healdsburg, Northern California.
Right, Northern California. She's we were friends on Facebook. I'm like, why does a supermodel want to be friends with me? I had no idea that it was Eric's girlfriend.
I'm the luckiest guy. Yeah,
you really are, man.
No, it ain't luck. It's that guitar. It's that voice.
No, dude, it's all skill. We don't believe in luck on Okon Bros. And I have to tell you, we are so proud of you, what you're doing. I have a few friends in the music industry. I'm going to see what I can do to try and get you into a label. I can't promise you anything, but I will spread your name around. Everyone listening to the show, where can people find you on Spotify, on app? Where can people get your music?
Yeah, so you can even say, hey, Google, play Same Dirt Road.
You're on freaking Google, man. Oh my God.
By Eric Lee. Sure.
This is my favorite thing.
Oh my God.
Love it.
Hey, Google, stop.
Well, believe it or not, you can do this. I haven't tried it with Hey Google, but you can. I
think we're on Alexa, right, Eric?
We're definitely on Alexa.
You can do Alexa. You can do it. You can do it all. That's the easiest way to pull up.
Okon, bro,
you can also say listen to Eric Lee too, but yeah, you can Google it. You can YouTube it. It should come right up. You know, I'm on Instagram and I'm always responding in the DMs too, and on Facebook. So on Instagram, I'm Eric Lee Music. So yeah, come find me.
We love it. Thanks so much for coming on, Eric. And it's super appreciated. I love music. I love musicians. We have to jam one time when the stars will align and there's a drum set and a guitar. We got to do it. And I really appreciate you coming on, Eric. And
well, Eric, your career is going to be huge, man. You keep thinking like what Kaylee said. It's going to blow up. I'm on the precipice too, man. And I'm telling you, like,
it's hard work. That audience, that's tough stuff.
You got the looks, you got the voice, you got the talent, you got the backing of a great woman. The sky's the limit for you, brother. I mean it.
I love you guys. No, I'm honored to be here.
We love you, Eric, man.
You guys.
And when you do get huge, don't forget you always have a platform here. You always have
a hell yeah. Oh, always. Oh, for sure. Anytime.
Yeah. Everybody,
hang on 1 second. We're gonna sign off.
Please like, subscribe, share our show. Check out Eric Lee Music.
Go download his stuff right now on Spotify. Eric is going to be huge.
All right. We love you guys. See you later.
Bye, everyone.
See you.